Good morning. It's Tuesday. It's August the 27th. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Emily Vukovic.
And I'm Tom Reynolds. Hope your day is starting off well. A little bit of fog out there, so be prepared to give your head a shake because you have to clear the regular fog and then you'll be into humidity type fog right ahead of you.
Yeah, you may need an extra cup of coffee this morning. We joined Nadine Hins-Powell, and she is in Markham this morning in for Kevin Yard. And Nadine, up bright and early. The sun is starting to just kind of make an appearance, but I certainly know it's a hot and muggy start to the day. All right, we're going to check back in with Nadine. We're thinking it's a microphone
I cannot read lips this time of the morning. I just can't. And we got obviously a mic issue with Nadine.
It's probably the little switch on the bottom. Whenever I use that microphone, I forget to do it.
It could be the on-off switch. It does sometimes happen.
I can see her in the preview.
She is checking it.
No, she's like, no, my microphone.
It's working. Anyway.
All right, well, we are going to check in with her. She's going to be in Markham this morning, checking out the sights and sounds and seeing what the conditions are going to be like. And yesterday, I don't know about you, Tom, but I was glad for the rain.
Oh, yeah. I mean, really, it has been dry as a bone. And so it's good that we've had some rain showers for sure.
Now, there is a chance that we could see some isolated showers, possibly some thunderstorms throughout the day today, west. But if we do see anything severe, it's going to be just the risk of heavy downpours. That's going to be kind of the biggest threat. 27 feeling like 37, so it's certainly going to be hot, feeling more like July than the end of August. Can you believe that next week is September? Ooh, I can't. Yesterday, this was a scene in Hamilton, Ontario. The rain was coming down fast and furious. Everybody loved it. The gardens and the lawns and the trees were soaking it up. Now, Tom, I know you have somebody going off to school next week. Are you thrilled? How's Liam feeling about going back to school? It looks pretty good. It's going to be hot. It is going to be humid. Temperatures are going to be very sticky over the next couple of days. We're looking at temperatures getting into the mid to high 20s, feeling more like the low to mid 30s. And getting into the long weekend, could see some wet weather, but warm temperatures. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Emily Vukovic. It's Tuesday. It is August the 27th. And for the second day in a row, Monday brought flooding rain to the American desert. Yes, today could be a three-peat. The U.S. now. While one part of the desert was getting drenched, another was overrun by this thunderstorm. Fire crews in California near Yosemite still have a long way to go, but there is progress. Back here at home, summer is far from over. Forecast high this week are July-worthy. So is the humidity. That's helping to set up the right conditions. If you've been out during the evening, you know fall is definitely in the air, and that means it's time for the Weather Network's Fall Outlook. Chris Scott will be with us later this morning to tell us what the season is expected to bring, so stay with us for that. That is your newscast for this half hour. We'll talk about your long-range forecast, getting you into the long weekend in just a few minutes, but first I'm going to turn things over to Tom Reynolds for traffic. Hi there. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. I know we don't want to admit it, but fall is just around the corner. And with that, we take a look at our fall outlook. Here's meteorologist Chris Scott. Good morning. Thanks for joining us on this very muggy start to the day. Temperatures are already into the 20s, feeling hotter than that when you factor in the humidity. It's kind of like one last of summer.
One last of summer?
Because next
blast?
weekend
A little blast?
Yeah, the next weekend is the last weekend of summer vacation. Boo.
That really is bad. I know. I hear all the kids booing. Have to go out and get backpacks, get back to school mode. By the way, it's good to wake the kids up early.
Yeah. A
couple weeks. So go and give them a shake right now. I mean, it's only 7:04. Wake them up. Come on. Get ready.
Nadine Hins-Powell is joining us in Newmarket. And Nadine, I know you've got a couple of kids. Are you excited for them to go back to school? Thanks, Nadine. That's right. It's kind of like one last kick of the can, isn't it, Tom?
It is indeed, yeah.
Looks great if you like heat and humidity. 26 tomorrow, feeling like 34. 26 for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It is hot, it is sticky, but it could also be stormy. We're expecting some showers, possibly some isolated thunderstorms for Saturday and Sunday, but temperatures are certainly going to be hot. Good morning. It is a muggy start to the day. Temperatures already into the 20s and feeling a lot warmer than that. I'll have a look at your long weekend forecast in just a few moments. Everybody's talking about the weekend. But first, for the second day in a row, Monday brought flooding rain to the American desert. We're going to check in with Nadine. She joins us in Newmarket, Ontario. A beautiful start to the day. We're seeing some sunshine, but I know, Nadine, it is pretty muggy this morning. Congratulations if you just tied the knot, or if you're thinking about tying the knot and you're like me and you're way ahead of everybody else and planning your honeymoon before you plan your wedding. Let's take a look at some destinations to maybe narrow down your choices. Seeing overcast conditions through much of the Bahamas midweek. Kingston, Jamaica looks great, 35 degrees, lots of sunshine. Not bad through Aruba, 35, and Antigua looks great, daytime high of 31. Thanks for joining us.
I was just on the phone with the MTO. We've got a big crash on the 401, and they're leaking fuel. They're closing down the eastbound 401 completely through the Whitby-Ajax or Whitby-Oshawa corridor. Okay. So big fuel leak out there, so it's a big mess.
All right, well, we've got good news to tell you. It's warm today. Temperatures are going to be pretty hot and muggy, and Nadine joins us in Newmarket this morning. And Nadine, already a very muggy, humid start to the day. Thanks, Nadine. That's right. The last unofficial week of summer vacation. We'll talk more about your long weekend forecast, but first, here's Tom.
Looking good.
It's hot, it's sticky, it's humid as we get into the long weekend, but we could see some isolated storms. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Emily Vukovic. For the second day in a row, Monday brought flooding rain to the American desert. Okay, we'll keep you updated on that story, but first we're going to turn our attention over to Nadine, who joins us in beautiful Newmarket, Ontario. And Nadine, you've picked a lovely spot this morning. Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us. Tom just told me I wasn't working hard enough because I was complaining that I'm cold, and he said, well, you're not moving enough.
Well, that's right. And also, just on the air this morning, Chris Scott's been doing the fall forecast, things like that. So you've been just having a time to sit down, relax, hanging out.
Yeah. Well, I'm freezing, so I'm turning up the heat in the studio, or maybe I need to switch places with Nadine.
Yes.
She's joining us in Newmarket, and she's outside enjoying the warm, muggy conditions. How's it going, Nadine?
Because I don't hear anything.
Oh, she's not hearing us apparently.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, it is going to be a muggy, muggy day today. Temperatures into the 20s, but feeling more like the 30s. And you know what's happening this weekend?
Well, what? Oh, apparently she's okay now. John says she's okay.
Well, does anybody care what's happening this weekend?
I do. What?
It's the International Air Show.
Well, of course.
Of course.
It's a big event.
It's a huge event.
Yes.
We'll be talking about that in the coming days, but first we're going to check in with Nadine, who apparently can... I thought you just said she could hear us now.
John said she could hear us.
John, can she hear us? Nadine, can you hear us?
There we go.
Are you there? I can hear myself.
Nothing.
In my ear.
Okay.
We're bailing.
All right, forget it. She can't hear us. But anyway, the air show's next weekend, and looking forward to it. Yeah.
And you know what else?
What else?
It's like one of the biggest rib fests out there.
What is it?
It's in Burlington.
Burlington Rib Fest.
There you go.
Boy.
I know.
Making me hungry?
And
yes,
the buskers in Niagara Falls.
Of course, the
There's
buskers.
some good buskers in Niagara, because Niagara's got some interesting people.
Well, they come across the border.
See?
That's right.
That's what makes them interesting.
That's right.
Let's take a look at our temperatures. 27 to 37. It probably would have been better if we'd went to Nadine. 24 this evening. Feeling like 32 through the overnight, cooling down to 19, but it's still going to feel like the mid-20s. So summer has not left us just yet. I'll talk about your long weekend forecast coming up. But first, here's Tom with traffic. It is good if you like heat and humidity. Temperatures into the mid-20s, feeling more like the mid to high 30s when you factor in the humidity by the long weekend. So everything is looking good so far. Good morning. Thanks for joining us on a very warm start to the day. And for the second day in a row, Monday brought flooding rain to the American desert. Now, while one part of the desert was getting drenched, another was overrun by this thunderstorm. So, all right, well, it may be hot and muggy here and wet in the desert, but it's beautiful where we join Nadine. She's in Newmarket this morning in Nadine. Enjoying the sights and sounds? It's a great start to the day. Grab your coffee, grab your breakfast, sit outside, enjoy the warmth, because whether we like it or not, fall is just around the corner. So soak up the heat while we have it. We're also seeing lots of sunshine through Kitchener and through Brantford, Toronto, 22 degrees, 19 through Newmarket, 20 in Barrie, 20 in Oshawa. Keep in mind that these are morning temperatures. By the afternoon, we're going to hit the mid to high 20s and feel more like the high 30s when you factor in the humidity. Hi there, good morning. It is Tuesday. It's the 27th of August. Thanks for joining us as we get into the last kind of official week of summer vacation for
Boo-hoo.
many people.
All
I know.
all the kids are whining. How's your new backpacks?
Tom wants to throw suckers on the end of that, don't you?
How are your new pens?
Oh, yeah. It's that time of year, and we've got Nadine. She's joining us in beautiful Newmarket, Ontario, and I know Nadine's got two kids. You've got Liam,
Yes.
who is
I
going
got tons
to
of
grade 10.
kids. This is going back to school. The only one going back to school.
When you say tons of kids, Tom, it makes you sound like you have like 10 to 15 kids.
Yeah,
I got tons of kids.
4.
Well, that's
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm from a family of 4.
No, I know. I am
only have
too.
one kid. I only have one so far.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go to Nadine in Newmarket. Nadine, kids, the anxiety for going back to school is ready, and I know it's probably ripe at your house. Thanks, Nadine. Heat and humidity continues into the long weekend. I'll have all those details in a moment. But first, Tom, what's going on the 401? Do we still have an issue? Heat and humidity right into the weekend. For Sunday, we're expecting it to feel closer to the mid to high 30s. Mother Nature's sandblaster was on full power in Arizona yesterday. Coming up, where all this dust came from. Hi there, good morning. Thanks for joining us here on the Weather Network. I'm Emily Vukovic. A hot and muggy start to the day. Temperatures already feeling like the high 20s, low 30s. And we join Nadine. She joins us from beautiful Newmarket this morning. And Nadine, the splash pad behind you, you're tempted to get in the water, aren't you?
Let's send it back inside to you to give us the story for the rest of the day and what's been happening on the roads as well.
All right, thanks so much, Nadine. That's right. It is going to be hot and humid for at least one more week. We'll get closer to the long weekend, and I'll talk about that in just a few moments. We do have the risk of seeing a little bit of active weather today, mostly non-severe cells firing up. If they are severe, the biggest threat's going to be heavy downpours, and most of the severe cells, if we do see them, are going to be more down towards the southwest. But I needed some rain for my garden, and my grass was starting to look like straw, so I was happy about it. Here's a look at the long range, 26 for tomorrow, feeling like 34, and then look at the weekend. There is a chance for showers, possibly some thunderstorms, pop-up showers on Saturday and Sunday, but the heat and the humidity certainly sticking around. It's actually going to feel like the low to mid 30s when you factor in the humidity for Toronto. Perfect conditions for the air show if you don't mind it too hot.